Hi everybody, this is Jack R. Raconter 1, and I wanted to talk to you today about the momentous decision by the Supreme Court that allows for the universal recognition of gay marriage here in the United States. A very important decision, and historically it marks such a vast change in attitude compared to back when I was growing up. And there are some people, I guess, that can relate to this. But back in the 1940s, when I grew up, I can't think of anything that was more hated, more universally reviled than a gay person. It was a subject of mocking, of security violation. The FBI would have files on you if you worked for the government, and under J.Edgar Hoover actively sought to eliminate anyone who was gay or suspected of being gay from government service. It was a time of great waste of human beings, and it was a time when it was extremely difficult to come to grips with feelings about being gay. I didn't really come to terms with that until my 30s, and so it it was a very difficult time. Today, kids are much more aware of what's going on. Attitudes have changed considerably, and it's now pretty safe to be gay, although there certainly are random acts of violence, and those things do happen. But I think it's amazing the basic changes that have occurred in the overall view of people. And one of the things I think that allowed that to happen was the fact that gays were more likely to uh, out themselves to their friends and to society in general. Although you had to be very careful because if you worked in some areas, you would be immediately fired if they thought you were gay. So it wasn't without risk. So we've moved on from that to now a time when we can get married with the idea that the stability of that marriage will survive, and that if we uh, pass on, that whatever we've accumulated in our lifetime can pass on to our loved one without the state intervening, without questioning the union, all those things that could complicate a marriage. Now it is a marriage, so there's no complication. So now I'm happy to say that I'm glad to see that in my lifetime we've seen that kind of change. As you know, I came out on YouTube here about the beginning of the year, and so it's been, I can't tell you what a change that has been for me. Although some people knew about my preference, very few people outside my immediate group knew. So I was very happy to get the support of my YouTube viewers when I did make that announcement. And it's been a source of comfort for me. And I look forward to this statement by the Supreme Court as opening the doors to many more happy unions of people who were secretive in the past, who were concerned about how other people felt, and now they have the promise of equality, and I think that is a great thing. So I hope you join with me in celebrating the event. I listened to President Obama's speech, and he certainly did speak with a sense of history and mentioned the debt that was owed to people who did make a difference and who did speak out in favor of gay rights. So there's a lot more work to be done, of course. Equality is not completely there yet, there is an issue with jobs and ability to fire people simply because they're gay and not based on job performance, things like that. Equality in housing, so that people again can't be rousted from their apartment because they happen to be gay. So all these things require our concern, but having faith that the country can step up and the justices can see the merit of the cases given to them, it gives you hope that in this country it is attempts to be what the founding fathers had hoped for, and that is giving people the rights to their freedom. And thank you very much for listening. I certainly appreciate your support. It's meant a lot to me. And thank you again.